In essence, there is too much commoditization and not enough uniqueness. So we developed a process called the Brand DNA Helix. It's 6 questions that we take somebody through to help them find their uniqueness. And this is the most valuable piece of personal branding advice I ever received. Came from a gentleman named Larry Winget. And he told me, he said, Rory, the goal of personal branding is to find your uniqueness so that you can exploit it in the service of others. Find your uniqueness so that you can exploit it in the service of others. So what we do is we run somebody through these 6 questions. What problem do I solve? What am I passionate about? What do I spend time researching? What do I have results in, actual experience in? Not results like, I know you can't promise results to people. I'm saying that, what have you actually done in your life and spend time doing? What are people willing to buy from me, and what business am I in? And at the overlap, the intersection of those 6 questions is where your uniqueness lies. It is also, we look at everything in somebody's past, and we believe that everything you've done in your past gives us hints and clues to who you were created to be, like who you were called to be, what makes you truly unique, as well as what you're called to do in the future. The things you feel compelled to move towards, they're there for a reason, and those help us triangulate on a person's uniqueness. Now, obviously, in a room this size, we can't facilitate this with all of you. It's a very individual experience, but I wanted you to see the process that we take someone through to help them get to what makes me unique. At the end of the day, though, if you go short of going through this long process with somebody, if you had to break through the wall, and there was one thing you could break through the wall with, it is simply trust. Your differentiator is you. So it's not about differentiating yourself based on knowledge, it's differentiating yourself based on trust. What does that mean? It means don't try to differentiate by what you do. It's very similar to what everyone else does. Differentiate based on who you are. Right? It's not that we're all teaching. I mean, we want to have some unique processes and some unique methodologies, and hopefully we have great customer service, and there's things that we want to do that are as much as possible to differentiate. But at the end of the day, the reality is it comes down to, do I trust you, or do I trust, my brother-in-law? Do I trust the guy I've been with for 10 years, or do I trust you? That, it's ultimately an equation of trust. And while a personal brand is what people think about when they think of you, reputation really is an assessment of your trustworthiness. Because people don't do business with companies, they don't do business with knowledge or expertise or products or services. People do business with people. And yet we spend so much of our time trying to show how we're smarter than the next guy or we're different than the next guy, when in reality, all that we have to show is that we care more than the next guy. That's what moves a lot of people. That is a way to create differentiation. It is that trust. And once you've established that trust, you start to break through the wall. And what happens is really amazing. You know how you're on the other side of the wall? Because when you're on the unknown side, everything is push, everything is fight, everything is hustle and claw and scrape. When you're on the other side of the wall, everything is pull. It's coming to you. You're not a megaphone, you're a magnet. It's coming to you because you have built up such a trusted reputation with so many people that try this on for size, your customers become your sales force. Your customers become your sales force when you have trust. This is what we call a rock solid reputation.